Live. So what do you want to talk about today? Let's talk about
We
the
are
seminar, right?
live. Yes, we have a seminar for a good reason. Seminar for a good reason is coming up to Riviera Maya,
Mm-hmm.
and now we're now live.
Yeah.
Hello, hello. And also looking
Miriam.
at my Instagram, and I'm typing hello, hello in the Instagram. And gonna say hello in here. I also gonna put it on the screen, a little bit of information on the screen.
Nice.
Hey, everyone, if anybody's connecting soon, we are answering questions about living abroad, living in Mexico. We want to know your experience about what's to live abroad. And with this, we also want to invite you to an expat seminar. This is a seminar for people who wants to learn how to move and how to live in Mexico. Szilvia, say hi.
Hi everyone. Yes, this seminar is coming up on the Monday, 27th of October, and I know that we're putting the information out there very soon for all of you to see. And when we started to publish it in local expat groups on Facebook and WhatsApp, there was a really, really good response to it. People are saying, "Oh my God, what an amazing idea! Long overdue, so much needed." And people who are actually not here or will not be here on the Monday afternoon when we're doing that, they asked for a link if they can follow it on Zoom or if there's a webinar. So we will be doing that as well very soon. So I'm really excited because we already have quite close to like maybe 75% of our space filled. So there are still about 10, 15 spots that we can fill, but they seem to be going really fast. So it seems like we're creating value here, and I really like that.
All right, so I'm putting the information here on the screen. I don't know if you can see it
Yeah.
there. So it is 4:30 or 4:30 to 8 p.m. Expat seminar. It's at the Cache Hotel, Playa de Carmen. It's only $10. So, and it's a donation. It's a 200 pesos donation, cash in the door. And this donation goes to a good cause.
Mhm.
It goes to, what is the name of our other organization?
It's called Breath of Life. It's a
Breath of
Breath of
Life.
Life. Breath of Life by Michelle. She's the founder of it. She's a Mexican lady helping Mexican ladies here in the area with their kids, single moms, with all sorts of activities, as well as food donation, as well as money donation, and all kinds of things that they will need specifically now towards the end of the year. So it goes for a good cause. And Michelle herself will be there, of course, and some of her team as well from Breath of Life. So this is what we're doing. And yes, we put 4:30. We're going to be starting the seminar at 5 o'clock, but we can already welcome people from 4:30. So be there early to have your best spot, best visibility. And also we would like to start on time at 5.
So if anybody listening out there, you want to join, you want to learn how to move and how to live in Mexico, you're more than welcome to join us for 200 pesos, and it's a donation. You're gonna have an align. How do you say this? Series of speakers, an alignment of speakers
Yeah.
that are going to talk about from immigration, housing, zoning, different areas in Riviera Maya. We're going to talk about shipping. You talk about the decision making if Mexico is good for you or not. We're going to talk about some of the issues. I mean, there's some common questions out there about the sargassum or about maybe is Mexico dangerous? We were talking about it yesterday.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things to talk about.
Mhm.
If you have questions about it, you're listening, you want to drop the question here, I'll put it on the screen. Or if you have experience living abroad, living in Mexico, you want to share your experience, that's also a comment that I like to put on the screen. Um, yeah, dangerous is it's one of those topics, but there are many things to learn. I've been visiting Playa Carmen and Cancun for about a year and a half now, and I visited many times. You live there, Szilvia, so you can tell me more. But for what I can see is there is a little bit of everything in Riviera Maya. First, it's beautiful. Ocean, it's surrounded by ocean and it's beautiful. Some of the best beach places or beach towns in the entire Mexico are in Riviera Maya. Um, And there's also, it could be busy as well if you're in Cancun and you want a lot of things to do and you want access to big malls. Yeah, in Cancun, I think maybe there are three big malls. It
At
looks
least,
like
yeah.
three or four
Yeah.
big malls, and even Costco or even like, you know,
You know what?
Walmart.
I just read on Facebook that Costco is opening a location in Playa del Carmen
Oh my
sometime soon. Yeah, so it's exciting. It's exciting.
God.
Yeah.
So a lot of people think, well, we're moving to Mexico, and I see people making comedy and being sarcastic about it. I see some people, content creators, being sarcastic about, oh, moving to Mexico, and then how are you gonna move around? You're gonna be on a horse, moving around in a horse. That's some people had this mentality like if you're moving to Mexico, you have access to nothing. But it's in reality, in Playa del Carmen, you have anything from a Starbucks to a big mall. It's everything you can think of, plus ocean, plus beautiful resorts, plus a lot of activities, plus, being in contact with nature minutes away. You can find a nice spot in front of the beach, not developed. I remember Bethany's birthday a couple of years ago.
Mhm.
That was the place.
It's
It
in
was
it was in Spuja, in one of the beach clubs. It was beautiful, right?
and nothing developed. I mean, people will go enjoy the beach, do kayaking and hot water, beautiful. And you find places like this to connect with nature and enjoy the beach. Or you can just be in the middle of Cancun and have a party, or it's also a place that attracts people from everywhere.
Exactly.
So yes.
There's about 80 different nationalities living in Playa del Carmen, according to the latest statistics. And honestly, I don't know where they gather the statistics from, probably from Facebook or some trusted platform like that. There's always a lot of expats and a lot of tourists. You come here for 180 days, half a year, you can stay as a tourist. And then a lot of people are deciding during that time if it is for me to stay, it's not for me. Am I going to a next location? Am I a digital nomad, or I'm looking for something for the long term to settle down with the family? And so this is why I think the seminar itself is an amazing platform of information for all these people, because they can come and listen to what it takes to actually stay if they're already here. And tomorrow we have to do a special, because tomorrow it'll be our 5-year anniversary living in Playa del Carmen, 22nd of
Wow.
October. So we'll do some special on that. And honestly, it does feel like home. It does feel like I've got everything and anything I need. Between Cancun and Akumal, there's basically any and all kinds of opportunities to disconnect, to connect, to recharge, to work, to do shopping, to not do shopping. So it is a great place to live, definitely. And absolutely the best beaches around the globe. So Mexico is not only a good option from a cost of living perspective, but if it's a different, more laid back lifestyle that you're looking for, it is definitely a place to try. It's away from the hustle and bustle of the current regular city life that you would experience in the United States or in some of the big European cities. But it still creates and offers a great connection to those cities. Like Cancun, from Cancun, you'll fly to New York in 4 hours if you want to. So it is a spot where you can connect and disconnect, whichever you actually need. So I'm very
and,
excited
and
about
that
that.
and that sounds nice, but at the same time, from the decision making point of view, it could be frustrating. It's one of those things that we're going to be talking about these things.
Yeah.
People's like, oh, yes, it's a beautiful, wonderful day. I'm going to move to another country and save myself maybe 20-30% on the cost of living, maybe more. But what about this many other things that are around? Where am I going to take my schools to? Or am I going to adapt to a new country where I do not speak the local language? Or are the customs of locals going to be a good match for me and my family? Those are the questions that we're going to be covering on this seminar. Again, the information is on the screen, is below. We're going to get together for $10 or 200 pesos. That goes to a good cause. We're going to spend time, and we are already in the 30 something. How many people is signing already?
We have 31 people signed up. We'd normally be able to expand to 40, but
Mhm.
we'll have some extra states. So there's about 10, 15 spots still available for people to sign up. So last days, I think we've got like 6 days left until the Monday, if I count. So
Yeah, you gotta save your spot because you have to save your spot. You have to let us know. I'm putting a link on the description so you can reserve the spot. Um, and then payment for the donations you do when you get there. And once again, it's only 200 pesos. If you know anybody that has questions, you may not need this, but you know somebody that has questions about what is the migration process going to be like for me. You know, somebody has questions about what are the best practices, legal practices to own real estate. We're going to have a real estate attorney. Um, so you have friends or family that has questions. They've been thinking about moving to Riviera Maya, Mexico. Just tag them on this video. Just share this video, and they may want to join us next Monday, 27. Uh, if not, they can drop their questions here. We'll be happy to answer as much as possible, or connect them with the right contact. Um,
yeah.
yeah, I'm
So
very excited. I'm flying for the event, 100%.
nice, nice. Yeah, no, I'm very excited. We've been preparing for this since, I don't know, like 3, 4 months easily, right? So
Yeah.
I'm absolutely excited, looking forward to it very much, and so happy to share all the information that we have gathered throughout all those years, and also through those reliable experts that we know will give you the information that is correct, that is right, and can help you with the process as well. So super
So
excited.
So you've been living in Riviera Maya for 5 years, right?
Tomorrow, let's talk about that tomorrow, but it'll be exactly 5 years tomorrow, 22nd of October.
That's
Exactly.
that's amazing. So tomorrow we're gonna be connecting again.
Mhm.
So be prepared.
Be
We're gonna
prepared.
yeah, we prepare, be ready. We're gonna be connecting. We're gonna talk with Szilvia about her experience in these 5 years. But let me just ask you one thing. Do you have any regret? Do you have something that you wish you did different?
That's a good
Putting
one.
you in the spot, huh?
No, and it's a good question, because this is the question you should be asking yourself every time you're going through a change. What did I learn? What would I do differently? What I would do differently, I would start learning the language earlier. As soon as I've got any ideas of moving to a new country, I would start to learn the language, because that
Mhm.
would, and also put my kids through language courses even before coming, though it was a very quick decision that we made, and I'll tell you about it tomorrow. Um, for me, being able to speak the language makes a big difference of how I feel here and how much I feel home. You know, they say if you speak a foreign language, then you get to the other person's mind. But if you speak their language, you speak to their hearts.
Mhm.
So, and that's been a big change, big game changer for me. Once both the kids and myself started to speak the language and could connect in Spanish with the local communities, with my trusted partners, with my friends, it does make a difference. So I think I would start to learn Spanish even before.
That's amazing. That's it for today. If you know anybody that needs to learn more about Mexico, is interested and wanna get those questions answered, share this video or make the question on the comments below, and we'll be happy to answer.
Yeah. Bye.